former Prime Minister of Zimbabwe, for his insight, I think, into the engineer's backbencher approach. I think it's very insightful, thought-provoking as well, and I think taking us out of our comfort zone as to how we need to move forward as engineers and be exemplary, I think, going forward. And I think it's clear really as professionals, especially in the ASI industry, that we find ourselves really in a coalface of really, really important issues that are actually facing the country. But again, I think it presents a very unique opportunity for us as engineers to be able to drive and also influence, I think, some of the developments that are critical, I think, within the industry. You know, I think some of the issues, I think today I was part of the discussion, I think at ESCOM as part of the task team that is looking after, you know, the issues that the country is actually facing. So I think that it's important that we continue to fly the flag and actually make sure that we confront some of these issues. Probably just coming back as well, you know, closer to home in terms of the Central Gauteng Center. We know that really it's been exemplary as well on how, you know, they've been vibrant in a way. I know that it's not a new center, but I think it's probably a new, vibrant center, I think, for now, that has been very, very vocal in terms of confronting some of the current, I think, issues. And I thought that it's important that I play that back to you as part of your AGM, I think, today. So I think the most important thing, and probably some of the highlights that I've seen as well, is that you've really coined yourself as being radical. And I think that's important to mention. And really my opinion is that, that the radical approach that you guys have actually employed, we need to make sure that we reciprocate it, I think, to the other centers as well, and other provinces, so that we ensure that it is the culture of excellence throughout, you know, the country, sort of like, you know, I think resonates within the SAIE, which obviously is important. So I'm saying that there's a pattern that you can take from this particular center, and indeed I think you've lived up to the, you know, to your promise as being radical, and I want you to continue to fly that flag. As the CEO of the Institute, you've got my full support. I also wish to urge you, I mean, also to leverage on some of the knowledge that you've acquired and obviously to make use of it to make the South Africa a better country that we can all live in. I think I'm really echoing what Prof has actually said as he was on the podium. We know that you know, the Minister of Public Enterprise, Mr. Pravin Gordhan, has met with the engineering member bodies to discuss some of the supply constraint issues. I think the power is back finally. And I must say that as the Institute, we're actually at the center of this because we have made sure that we galvanize some of the support from our members as the Institute. We've made sure that we've put in place at least a discussion document that we have submitted, which obviously form the input in terms of the terms of reference that we currently see being undertaken. So therefore, the membership really of the Central Gauteng Center will not be worth it if it's not supported by your willingness to really roll up your sleeves and become part of the solution to the challenges that face the country. So I want you to remain focused in making sure that we fly that particular flag. I must say that I can still remember the day the CGC invited me as a guest speaker, I think, during the inauguration of the center in 2015. And I will always remain proud to have been part of history making. And thank you for that acknowledgement some years ago. I'm also encouraged by the use of your social media. I think it's important that I mention that, especially in publicizing this AGM as well. I think you've been very, very good in actually doing so. And I think you need to keep on doing that. And also we know that really people outside of the Institute now are aware of what the Institute is doing. And I think some of it is because of some of the messages that you guys have put out there in social media, which basically, I think, changes the way people view and think about the Institute. So therefore, I would like to really encourage you to continue to do so, and you've got obviously my full support. I must say that you need to be a catalyst of change and also play the transformative role, as the Prof has actually mentioned, again of being the change that you want to see, because I think that's very, very, very important. A lot has been said as well about this pervasive, I think, social media and how this platform has topped the dictatorship and actually served as a platform to raise some of the awareness issues of universal importance. So therefore, I think you're on the right track in terms of leveraging on some of these platforms, and you need to continue to do so. So as the CEO of the Institute, I really look forward to a fruitful and long-lasting engagement with the CGC and also embracing their radical approach in putting the SAIE interest in the map. I challenge you, though, to come up with some of the thought-provoking roundtable discussions, which basically seeks to look at the solutions we offer as an industry body. But also to make sure that some of those discussions and some of those engagements will actually go a long way in terms of making sure that it boosts the economy of this country. So let me take this opportunity then, as I conclude, to really congratulate you on this successful AGM, because I really think it's been very successful. And I'm confident that the outcomes of this AGM will ensure that the tomorrow is better than today. I really thank you. I was given only 10 minutes.